Um, that might be interesting for Matt to hear how you got here.
Uh, how did we get here?
Uh,
What do
we
we fight?
we went down from I think from
Did you have
the room with the tentacle monster.
Yeah,
I was
that
gonna
I
say, the
remember.
James one.
Yeah, I don't remember what we were actually doing on the upper level though. Just before we came down here.
I think we just checked the whole rooms.
Yeah, we had checked the room that's to the south where we found a devil and two baby devils.
Mhm.
Not bee,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
fly baby devils.
Yeah, we killed them in the beginning of the session, and I think
The Beelzebubs.
yeah,
Yes.
and I think
And
the rest of the session we rested and then went to back into the dungeon to go down.
we killed a horned devil. Now I remember.
A bearded devil and
Bearded devil. That's what.
Yeah,
and a
someone remembered that. Yeah.
And now we're in a section of hallway that has lots of diabolic writing on it or runes on it.
That's right. So when you when you came down here, you know how every level so far has had a very particular has had a very particular quality to it, and as you descended into this level, you more and more started noticing more of these like diabolic writing on the walls, a certain like every permeating whiff of sulfur that just seems to be wafting through the hallways. And this one in particular, the hallway that you're finding yourself in, um, has various glowing infernal or diabolic runes on it on the walls. And you had been fighting two will-o-wisps here at the end of last session, which was somewhat surprising, I believe, that Lucca was wondering about the relationship between will-o-wisps and devils and was a little confused by them apparently at least cohabitating. But you managed to fight your way through, and then when the noise of the battle died down, you heard this very weak, raspy voice coming muffled from through this door here that like in a very hoarse and dry voice called out for help. And that's where we ended last time.
Well, I'll help, all right, says Lucca, preparing to ignite him. Preparing an ignition.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, I mean, we startled him. Like, maybe we could start with friendly face first.
You're right. It could be a devil.
Yeah,
We should be friendlier.
Yeah, so Ottardo, can you please open the door?
All right.
All right, you open the door and you find what is clearly a cell of some kind. It obviously has received very little care in the past at least several decades. But there are some manacles on the wall that appear carefully polished, and from that manacles, upside down, a creature is dangling. She looks like this, a female tiefling, and she's clearly badly dehydrated, must have been tortured and tormented here. You can see that her like the legs where she's tied up in those manacles are badly chafed, and she has these sores all over her legs from the metal chafing against the skin. And she's just like with her lips all cracked, her whole appearance mangled. She like barely can keep her eyes open, and she hangs there upside down, and with her arms very feebly, she reaches out and she says, help me.
And does she clearly look like a actual physical person and not some apparition?
So you're like looking for cues whether this might be some sort of illusionary ruse or something, and can give me a will save.
Will save? Huh.
No, you seem convinced of the appearance.
Okay, well, Tardo will move closer to the creature and start helping, holding her up, at least.
Okay, so you kind of as you try to like, I guess cradle her head to bring it up. Um, you notice that she's entirely limp. She has barely any muscle strength left. Must have been hung here for quite some time, and she just goes, "Water, please."
Sorry, sorry, my headphones bugged off. What did I miss?
I don't know when you
Helping her.
dropped off.
When you begin describing her, if she was an apparition or not.
Oh no, Ottardo is clearly convinced he's interacting with her physically. And Augrael stepped in to have some water.
She's still manacled.
Yeah, she's manacled by her feet.
Augur will start trying to undo that.
Does our detect unseen something?
It's a it's a +2 status bonus to disbelieve illusions, which I'm pretty sure Lucca is pretty suspicious of. Like,
All
look,
right.
I know we've run into some living people down here, but this just seems highly unlikely.
All right, give me will saves.
Why does this seem highly unlikely?
I love it. It's such a PC thing to do.
Oh.
Um,
Of course, it's.
Soma 17. Okay. No, Soma. I mean, the movement, the interaction with Ottardo, everything makes perfect sense. Luca,
Technically,
same
that's
to
a
you.
19.
Yep. Still Luca, but I mean, maybe you're still suspicious, but it's very convincing if it is an illusion.
Lucca comes into the room. He starts like poking and prodding at her, like, fascinating.
Yeah, and she barely has the energy to react to that, and she just seems to be completely exhausted. And Augrael, you open up the manacles up at the top. They open easily. It's just that they were out of reach for her, so when she was dangling from them, so they open easily enough. And Ottardo, you're holding her. She like just drops down like a sack of flour, and you catch her. She falls, and then she's like on the ground. You're holding her up, and yeah, you have that water bottle. I'm gonna say Soma or anyone who's trained in medicine may give me a medicine check here that I just put in the chat prompt for.
Well, yeah. I can step a bit closer to take a check. No, never mind.
Okay.
It pinged it automatically, sorry.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna hang on here. Okay, I'm gonna reveal this to you, Sam, because I want to give you the option to re-roll if you want to.
Ah, okay. Sure.
All right. Okay, so Augrael brings in the water skin and goes in to hand it to her, and Soma Ottardo, you watch him do it, and he like pours water or tries to pour water down her throat, and she greedily like goes for it, but she just coughs it all back up. She coughs it all over the floor. Barely anything goes down, and then she like dry heaves for a little bit. Her body clearly not able to take in the water so quickly. Must have been such a long time. And she's not improving. Like she's just not keeping any of it down.
it's we're not gonna show it down her throat. I suppose it's not gonna make it any better. Can she at least answer some questions, like who she is and what's going on?
You try talking to her, and she seems to be able to understand you, given that she also responds in common. But she just keeps like opening her mouth, and saying, "What, water," and she doesn't really respond.
Can we heal her at all?
Well,
Give her this oil of unlife.
Anyone who's trained in society may give me a check.
Ooh, society.
Am I
Drain
detecting any
society.
magic, by the way?
You're not.
Lucca's like, haunt! It must be a haunt!
yeah, I'm not I'm not the kind of bard who trains in society. Sorry.
Do you want to hit in society or?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's fine.
Old society.
We are cultured undead.
We know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Sure. Well, I guess Lucca and Augrael. Maybe when the two of you were at the market in Ottardo a while ago, there was a traveling merchant that had come down from Absalom, and on his cart he had like a little kind of like a notice board with news from Absalom. And you remember a wanted poster with her face on it. You aren't entirely sure what she was wanted for, but it was clearly a tiefling with her like particular features that is wanted in Absalom for something.
Thing. Oh,
Hold on, Augrael, stop giving this woman water. She's a criminal.
Mhm.
We're kind of criminals.
No, we're not. We're specifically sanctioned by this town of Ottardo to be doing everything we're doing.
She can be a criminal, but we still gotta keep her alive.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, not like we're not that kind of guys. After all, like, we can't just like let a person like well, I mean, maybe if she was convicted to be hanging in here, but like, look at this. I mean, look at this place. Like, do you think there was justice that being
No
done
due
here?
process.
Woman, is this your punishment? Speak truthfully.
I can't.
She's dying.
She can't seem to get words out.
Is can I make any sort of like? Does she seem to be under some sort of magical effect that's making her not able to drink water?
No. It's just that she's so malnourished and dehydrated that she just needs a careful administration of food and water.
Oh,
Yeah, usually at this point I would try to cast restoration on someone, but I don't have it anymore.
Let's carry her to Ottardo, and then they can keep her in jail there and take care of her.
You living things are so complicated. It's, oh, I need water, but not too much water. Not right now. I need it later. I need it this way, not that way.
Lucca complains
no,
as
yeah.
Ottardo shoulders the woman.
So one day we will be rich enough to afford resurrection from the downflower, and you will feel how it's like.
Oh, yes. I'm sure that would work on me.
So that's your plan? You want to take her back to town and hand her over to the...
I suppose so. I mean,
But fine.
yeah. After all, now we can just teleport upwards, so it's not gonna take that long.
All right, yeah. No, that's right. You just have to get one level up and then teleport a couple of levels up and then head on out. And obviously, she's going to be a burden on you carrying. carrying her.
at this point, it is a routine getting back in and out there.
That's right. And it takes probably a little more than an hour and a half, given that she slows you down a little bit until you make it to the garrison of Otari and hand her over to Captain Longsaddle or one of his deputies. And the whole way, at some point she passes out from the exhaustion and being like handled like this. And she's in a very rough state as you hand her over, so there's no way that she could, try to get away or anything like that. And but the deputy looks up in the current posts if indeed she is a wanted criminal and eventually fine her and says, yes, she's been wanted for aggravated assault within the confines of Absalom. And it's an interesting find in the vaults. But yeah, of course we can take care of her until we're ready to escort her back to Absalom, where she will find justice. And he's authorized to give you a reward of 60 gold pieces.
That's generous of him.
I will put that on your. Hang on, I will put that on your party sheet.
And by the way, while we are here, I believe we were just going on foot back and forth, right?
Yep.
Maybe we could invest in some horses, because we are going back and forth for quite a while. No.
The horses would probably not add that much speed, given that most of the trek is through the fog fen, where the horses wouldn't really give you a whole lot of additional speed. I mean, unless you expect to carry a whole lot of stuff back and forth.
Well, I mean, I have a spell for that now.
Yeah.
Okay, my flight spell lasts only 5 minutes. Oh well, never mind.
Whoa.
Alright, so you leave her in the care of the garrison.
Yeah, we probably will have dinner and go back.
We'll just pop in for a snack and Lucca,
Good nutrition is important for dungeon crawling.
Lucca reaches into his bone bag and chomps down on a couple of bones.
Oh, I don't think I've seen you eat bones like that. That's weird.
No, actually, I was just replacing a tooth that fell out. Hang on. Yeah. We're gonna go back to this level? We're gonna do this area more?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Are you just gonna head back where you found her?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, there are two more doors.
Maybe after we take like an hour to heal up, something like.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sure. Yep.
Sure.
Spend an hour in town.
I'm gonna take wood on myself.
Also, I'm just putting this out here just for the sake of keeping it alive. Oh wow, that was very loud. Just for the sake of keeping it in people's minds. There is still one area up above that we know we have not explored thoroughly because it is guarded by a horrible eye hand monster that floats through walls.
Wait,
a horrible.
Which one?
The one that nearly killed you.
Yes, it's
the
haunted eye room, right?
The one that it was like a bedroom. It was like that tower.
Cora's place.
Yes, I think so. It was in like a
meeting.
There was like a staircase that was infinite. Like
I thought we went in
that
there,
one.
didn't we?
no, but we fought a thing that nearly killed us, and we had to run away. It's
There
still
was-
in
We didn't
there.
get to the room.
Yeah, there was some very powerful creature that we ran away from. Yeah.
Oh man.
Well,
I
there's
don't want to
that.
go back there.
There's that, and there's the massive monstrosity in the arena.
Oh, it's not gonna
Just
go
a couple
anywhere.
of clearly quite powerful things in our wake behind us that we haven't touched. But
Yeah, I thought we killed it, I think.
what?
No.
Oh, no, we didn't kill that thing.
We did not kill the floating eye thing.
Mm.
I've been wanting to go back and destroy it for some time.
Yeah, I think that's the one where it managed to paralyze
Yep,
some of us, and we
Mhm.
just
Someone
like
was stuck to the floor, had to
barely
get off
escaped.
the floor. Right.
Well,
Well,
yeah, I mean, we could, of course, try and take our revenge on it. I mean, I think we should be more than potent enough to take a few eyes.
I mean, we're in front of these doors right
Yeah.
now, so there's nobody. But
Okay, we'll keep it in mind.
I do next time that we come in fresh, maybe we'll have a go at the eyeball room.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, I summon instruments.
I guess my see the unseen has fallen off. Yes, it
Yeah.
has. Okay.
Yeah, we're a couple of hours later now at this point, so you had some time to rest in town, and we're back where
Well,
you first found her.
you're the doorman, Ottardo, so your choice.
Yeah, follow the leader.
Well, oh, more cells.
Yes,
Guess we
indeed.
are.
This one
uh,
has clearly been forgotten for quite some time. There's dust and cobwebs. The door is unlocked, but the room has not been used in a long, long time.
Okay.
Oh, you open the next door, and yeah, this is not a cell as you might have expected, but instead it's a short hallway that ends in a set of double doors.
Huh.
That's a big door.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Oh, actually, I think that was more of like a
Looks
portcullis.
more like a portcullis, honestly.
Yeah, it
but
is. It is. That's from the. I forgot to mention. No, I did mention that, but I forgot that it's there. That's a raised portcullis with metal points
I
crusted.
don't
with
like this room.
blood. Yeah, that room. I mean, that immediately like makes the hairs on the
Mhm.
back of your neck, for those of you who still have hairs or a neck, stand up, and
Certainly I have a neck.
it's uh it's an octagonal chamber, and in the center of it there's a large, also octagonal pyramid. No, sorry, the entire chamber is essentially an octagonal pyramid.
Ooh.
It has 4 exits, one on each side of it, so as you can see. And there's a bright blood red light that shines down from the top of the pyramid, so basically the point of that room, in a perfect circle on the floor.
Is it by any chance aligned with Undeath Shower?
I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
the light looks very differently. This is
Mhm.
blood red. The undead energy, like
Yeah.
that void energy, was more of like a ghostly pale blue, but you're not sure if colors mean anything.
No, colors don't mean anything.
Hello, anybody home? Calls out Lucca in Diabolic.
Yeah.
And your voice echoes through the chamber, but the light doesn't react in any way.
Yeah, Soma will take one of the marble balls and throw it into the hallway.
Yeah, you toss it in there and it rolls across the hallway and then ends up in one of the corners. Nothing happens.
Well, I think it's safe. Why don't you check it, Augrael?
Okay, let's go. All right, I'm gonna go safely along the side of the wall. Nothing bad ever happens by the wall.
Uh-huh.
And I'll go the other way.
And I'll chill you on.
You squeeze in, trying to.
Is there any like source to the light?
No, not
Oh,
that you
weird.
could tell. It's just this like cone of light that comes down from the tip of the room where it narrows to a point and then shines down. And you try to squeeze past it. I mean, there's really very little room between the edge of that light cone and the wall, so I'm gonna ask all of you to make a appropriate check. Let's go with acrobatics here.
Oh, yes.
Step very gingerly, trying to step very gingerly around.
My best skill.
Okay, Augrael, you put one
shit.
step.
Oh, okay, maybe I can help us Ottardo with my Inspire Competence cantrip.
Ottardo is a +9 in acrobatics?
Yeah, that's good. That's a lot, actually.
It's very nimble.
No, it's just you can't tell under all that metal. Yeah. So, but how does Inspire Competence work again? You can roll performance instead of the normal skill
Yes.
check.
And I get, and I technically, unless I crit fail, I will get a success.
Skill checks. Okay. So let's see that. All right. So I have a hard time explaining that, but I guess maybe Soma's music gives the Ottardo the right pace
Exactly.
and like the rhythm, and you manage to squeeze past the edge of the light.
Is it
So that
magical, Lucca?
That's a good question. I'm detecting magic all the time as my exploration thing, so...
it sure is.
Okay, well then let's switch to reading the aura, which will take a minute.
Okay, so you read the aura for a minute here. We know whether the item is magic or anyone you advise about the organs +2 to identify. Okay, so you want to identify it?
I mean, yes, technically technically it works on an object. I don't know if it applies to this, but...
Yeah, I mean that stuff is always fuzzy, but if you want to identify magic in your,
Sure.
Yeah,
I
so-
will... clicking on that did not help me. Okay, let me use the identify... Is that an actual action? Identify.
I guess that's an action.
Identify.
It's just that you would need to choose a skill, so it's in this case, let's go with Arcana.
Identify magic. There it is. Okay, I'll just add it to my... Oh, it's okay. I see. It's an exploration activity. That's why I couldn't find it. So... Okay, and it takes 10 minutes to perform, which is why it's an activity. So, Arcana, you said?
Yep.
Okay, Arcana. And I guess I have a +2 from reading the aura first, so... 30!
Oh, nice. Well, that's pretty good. I guess it's not a critical, but good enough. You think this is a trap of
It's a
some
trap.
kind. A magical trap.
A magical.
And yes, and you would suspect that as soon as anyone would step into that cone of light, something bad might happen. You do get the idea, though, that since it is a magical effect, dispelling magic might actually work here.
What?
It's
You mean dispel magic will actually do
it's your
something?
swan. It's your swan song.
Okay. And then what does identify magic?
I mean, if we can walk around it, we might not need to, right?
But I do not know what the trap does precisely.
No, I would have needed a critical for that.
All right. Okay. So I'll try to dispel it. Might as well. We'll
Let's
break
see
out a
here.
big one. 4th level
Counteract.
casting.
Mm-hmm.
27.
Wow. So, yeah, you focus at the tip of the pyramid-shaped room and mumble some, I don't know, magic words in reverse or however that works. And and that blood red light fades and leaves the
Quite
Nice.
room.
simple. You just have to unsay the magic. It's very simple.
That's exactly right. Yeah, so the light goes out, and you're fairly confident that you managed to suppress its magic.
Yes, this is only active for 10 minutes, so let's not dally.
Hang on, I'll give you some XP here in a second. 60 XP for each of you.
Ooh. Must have been a powerful trap.
I was gonna say, just for disabling the trap, that's a little scary.
Let's
Right.
just say it would not have been good to trigger it.
Right. Well, we've got a bunch of doors, and we've only got 10 minutes before that trap comes back. So,
Yes.
All right, yeah, there's
Of
another
course, hallway.
breadth of a corridor.
in fact, let's open all the doors first, and then we'll figure out where to go from there.
No, no, no. What?
What? What's wrong with that idea?
You just like opening doors.
All right,
Oh.
you open the door, and you stumble upon what looks like a kind of barracks, or at least is being used as a kind of barracks. It looks like it must have been at some point more something like a prison block, and it's been converted into a makeshift barracks. So there's a couple of shoddy cots pushed into the cells. If you peek around the corner, you might see them. And the 3 cell doors have been chained open so that they don't fall shut. There are a couple of foot lockers sitting next to each cot, and to your dismay, some of them are occupied. So we have a couple of creatures in there. You've seen some of these before. There's one that looks like this.
Oh yeah, the stone statue one, right?
Yeah, I mean it is made of flesh clearly, but it looks like the skin or the flesh has been hardened into this thick, almost mirror-like carapace, which it makes it look like it has an exoskeleton, if you will. And then also these augmented Morlocks that have these sharp metal, tentacle-like additional limbs attached to them. And we can jump right into initiative here. If anybody wants to roll stealth for this, I think I would let you roll stealth for initiative because you kind of surprise them. And surprise is a little weird in PF2E, so let's say that's how that would show it. Let me figure out here how to get everyone in there.
It's quite all right.
All right, Souma, Ottardo, Lucca still need your initiative, and there it is, and Augrael is there too. Okay, so we can begin the encounter, and Augrael, you're start off with a crit, and you're the first one down.
The Thomas. All right.
Wait,
Okay. So
just a note. Should Augrael still be drained?
I don't know where that's from. That must have been from a long time
Oh.
ago.
yeah, should I? I'll take that off.
Yeah, I think that's
I should-
fine.
Yeah. Thank you.
Should
for
probably
mentioning that.
top up your HP.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't.
Good catch, thank you, Sam.
Very good catch. Okay. He is just going to. He's gonna do a recall knowledge on the one immediately in front of him. What is What should I do for that recall knowledge?
The one right in front of you. Okay, so that would be an occultism. Or if you have any aberration lore, that could also help. Occultism 25. Oh, all right. You actually hit it on the nose here, so you know a little bit
Right.
about it. Or at least let's say you're. It's not like you read anything about these creatures. It's more that you're kind of piecing together what you might be dealing with here, and you think that this must be another one of those horribly flesh warped creatures, and you seem to think that maybe the base creature here used to be one of those with the those creatures with the bluish but transparent skin that you've encountered on the level up
Okay.
above. You think that this might be a flesh warped version of that.
Oh man.
So yeah, so now it is an aberration. Um, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. You don't, you see that it has like both of these creatures are kind of just like resting on their little cots, maybe chewing on some half rotten flesh. And you see that there's chakram sitting next to its head, so that's probably its weapon. Other than that, you would expect it to just have a lot of physical might. And based on the fact that you think that the base creature is that um well Erdifon, so that like creature with the translucent skin, you would be ready for this one to also explode upon death.
Oh right. Okay. They're gonna explode when we poke them hard enough. Be ready. And he will. So it's one action. He will. Can I stand here, or is he like laying on that?
I think you can still stand there. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. And then his last action, he will strike out at it with the middle class bastard. Critical, nice.
Oh wow, you open it up with a critical. Yeah, roll for damage.
All right. And I gotta get my sneak attack on. Go.
Ooh, wow.
I
that
am
is-
rolling rocks today.
Yes. Okay. So you basically jump in there, and while he's still sitting on his cot, you just bring down the middle-class bastard, skewering the unsuspecting flesh warp, and land a brutal strike. I believe that's 3, right?
Yep.
3 actions. Okay. So next thing that happens is that from one of the prison cells, another one of these aberrations emerges, and just kind of like lumbering with heavy footsteps. Its thick skin it's like rippling down its massive body, just kind of jiggles, even though it is fairly hard as it walks, and it just comes out like boom, 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 stomping. Let's see its speed. Okay, that's fairly regular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can make it all the way here, and it didn't grab its weapon, so it's just gonna try to hit you with a fist. Punch to the face, critical hit.
Oh boy.
It just smashes hits you in the side of your skull, bashes you against the wall, 32 points of damage, and then it follows up with like an uppercut
Oh my god.
Oh no.
with another critical, and breaking your jaw for 38 points.
Oh no.
What is going on? Next, another one of those Morlock flesh warps comes shambling out of that cell over there. 1, 2, 3, moves over here, and then just shoots a needle. You might remember from your first encounter with these that they kind of like hunch down, and then there are all of these little pockets on their body that open up, and then there's these sharp metal needles that it can shoot out and at someone, but the first one misses, and the second one misses as well. Okay, so far so good, but then the one that Augrael just critically hit, like regains his his senses here and like finally realizes what's going on. Reaches for the chakram next to him, and then targets Augrael. And with his second action, he tries to strike you with his chakram, critically
Whoa.
hitting.
All
And I
right.
would assume like taking you
Whoa.
down for 27
Yep.
points of damage. And then so kind of like in a fluent movement, like at first critically striking you with that thing, and then continuing that swing like a backhand throw, tosses it at Ottardo. Here we go. He misses, but the thing just kind of like zings past Ottardo and then comes flying right back, and he snatches it out of the air again. Lucca, what a scene.
Well, at first it looked like it was going to be a cakewalk, and then it looked more like the cake was walking on Augrael.
Well said.
Let's see. Fascinating. Let's get a little bit closer to the action so I can actually understand how bad it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess everyone's in this area, isn't they? Aren't they? 10, double burst. I have a question. I don't know which way this goes. I don't actually know if I want. I don't know what I want you to tell me because it could be used against me later, depending on what you say. So, can an unconscious creature hear?
I think we
In other
used
words,
that.
can it be affected by the auditory trait in spells?
I think.
Well, kind of. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, because I mean, we previously had Souma heal people with her Sooth spell, which is described as, well, basically positive vibes and encouragement, including lifting Ottardo from unconscious several times. So I think so far it's going to be a yes, maybe?
Yeah. So
Well, the thing is
will
that
point
when
out-
you're the unconscious condition explicitly says that you gain the blinded and off guard conditions. There is a deafened condition which it doesn't
Well,
mention,
so
so that
okay.
makes me think that you can still hear. Yep.
Okay, great.
Oh, it actually even says loud noise around you might wake you.
Yeah,
At
I was
the
gonna,
start of
but
the
I think
turn.
that's if you have hit points, so.
Yeah, of course. But
Right, but
But I still think, yeah.
of course, sleeping creatures are also unconscious, so the condition does
Yeah.
not automatically make you deaf.
That's
I
what.
guess that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so I will place this casting more carefully then to not immediately kill Augrael. Yeah, I didn't think I'd have to break out a big spell, but now it looks like I probably should, and everyone's nicely grouped up for it too. So, I think right there is ideal. I need all 4 of those creatures to make fortitude saving throws.
Success. Does anything happen on this? Yes, there still
It
does.
does. So on a success, they take 2d8 persistent void damage, and on a failure, they take 48 persistent void damage and become drained 1.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a 2d8 here.
It's persistent, so it's only on their at the end of their
Oh.
turn.
So can I put that on them? Yeah, unaffected by persistent void damage. Why?
Oh
is
no,
that-
are they immune?
Yes, that is. They are immune. But how about the Drashkins?
Shit, they're immune to void damage.
Yeah, all of them are.
All of them are?
All of them are.
I guess
Unfortunate.
I should have done a knowledge check on that first, then.
I guess so.
I didn't remember that they were immune to void. They're not undead, right? They're aberrations.
Yep, but they are immune to void.
Okay, well then that was a very high-level spell slot that did nothing. It was
Oh,
like,
no.
oh, okay, wonderful. I guess would the other one? would it be affected by drained? That's the only thing I can think of. I don't even know if it would.
Oh, because there is. Well, this is coming from a void spell, so I think this would make it a void effect.
Effects with this treat. Effects with this trait heal undead creatures with void energy, deal damage. Void damage to living creatures, or manipulate void energy. Okay, well if it's in the spell, then I guess it doesn't take even other effects. All right.
Oh, but you could use that on me next time, and that would heal me.
No, it does. It needs to be void healing.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't damage you. Actually, you would have been fine if I hit you with it because it wouldn't have damaged
Got
you
it.
either. But it's not hurting anybody. So I will just say, okay, go get them, guys. That's my turn.
All right. Okay, then we have that other Dreshkin's turn down here, who's like also looking up, seeing all of that carnage unfold around it, gives this like wide grin, just like in its character art, and then hunkers down and just sends off this barrage of needles flying out towards. I believe they're all flying towards Ottardo. Let me make sure that it's. No, actually. Yeah, it's just going to shoot out the needles one by one. So we're going to go 1 for Ottardo. That strikes you for 12 points of damage. 2 of those are piercing, and then 10 of those are electricity, because as the needle hits your body, it like discharges a jolt of electricity. The second one and the third one miss, however. And then it's Soma's turn.
All right. So I suppose this situation became really dire very fast. So we'll have to act fast as well. First, let's do Inspire Defense, and I will immediately. Well, I make it lingering right away. I need to declare it first, but so I will make lingering composition of Inspire Defense. Performance check. That should work, I believe. Yes, class DC 23, so it now will work for 3 rounds. After which, wait, this one. So after that, Someone will drop her summoned instrument and a dart to Augrael and start battle medicing him by stitching his wounds or stitching flesh.
All right.
There we go.
Oh, that very good.
Nice.
Unfortunately, battle medicine does not remove dying or wounded conditions yet. So it will
Okay.
have to wait until later.
I mean, it does remove dying because he's
Yes.
back conscious, but yeah.
Done, not wounded. Okay.
All right, very good. That's 3 actions, and then it is Ottardo's turn.
Okay. Ottardo will do his do the thing where he flicks out the flick mace as an attempt to enter his stance, which is a success. So let me
Nice.
pull that onto here. Oh, maybe I need to. Well, let's just pull it and see if it works. Yeah, I think it doesn't affect the others. So I'll put it in the chat and everybody can pull the effect onto them. So that was 1 action. And then he will use his defensive advance to raise his shield, stride up, and then he will finish off with a strike on the creature that Augrael had brutalized earlier.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Ooh.
crit fail.
Critical miss. All right.
End of the turn.
And the one of those creatures that this one here that hadn't brought its weapon is just gonna try to pummel you with its bare fists, which are hard as rock. Hunkering down, and it's opening up various pockets of needles, and it's shooting them out. Okay, here we go. And targeting. Yes, and targeting all four of you. How can I do this? There you go. Targeting all four of you as it shoots them out in like a cone, essentially. Shung, 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 shung. And I'm gonna need a reflex save from everyone in the area. Did it just roll that? Why did I roll that? There, it was supposed to prompt. Here you go. So all four of you need to roll this. Oof, of course. Yeah, sure. Crit succeeds. That's
Oh,
good.
no.
It's a basic save, so both Augrael and Soma, you take no damage, probably because Ottardo just kind of like throws himself in front of that array of needles, and just a couple of them that bounce off of him also strike Lucca. So Lucca takes half damage, and Ottardo takes full damage here. Wow, that could have been much worse.
Mm.
What the hell? That could have been much worse. Seriously?
Oh, it's just 5. Wow. Okay.
It's two ones, a 2 and a 1. Wow.
Once
Well,
more, we have proved that the safest place to be is behind Ottardo.
Yep.
As that happens, Ottardo is going to make use of his reaction. Oh, he doesn't even need to move, and he will whip his flick mace at the creature as it was.
Oh, yeah, because you
winding
have the reach. You have the reach with the flick
Yep.
mace.
And miss it.
And you miss. Okay, and then it's Augrael's turn.
Okay. Our girl's gonna get up. And he's gonna analyze weakness on this creature because he ID'd it already, and then he's gonna swing with. Oh no, he has to pick it up because he dropped it, right?
Yeah. You basically
Okay, so I
dropped
can't analyze weakness, so I have to pick it up with another action and then swing. How about that? All right.
That sounds right. And you hit with a
Right.
34. 17 points of damage. And I couldn't see the target. Oh, I see it now. Okay. 17 points. Yeah, you drive your rapier in there, but that creature is just so massive, it takes that damage in stride. And then it's turn. And I guess it's getting personal here, so it is going to target Augrael again. Swinging its chakram at Augrael, missing, however. Then bringing it back
Thank you.
around again, this time hitting
Oh, no.
for 15 points of
I
damage.
think that brings me back down.
And yeah, you go down again. And I believe now you're at dying 3. No, dying 2 because it was not a crit.
Okay.
So that's, yeah.
So the first. No, dying 2. You're right.
Yeah. And then with the third attack, it's just gonna swing at Ottardo, also with the chakram, but misses.
I just remembered Lucca should have gotten resistance 9 against the needle.
Oh,
Okay.
So that would
Okay.
Wow, yeah.
I'll
negate
take
it
my
with the
1
damage.
hit point back.
and then it's Lucca's turn.
Oh, well, all immune to void damage. That's unfortunate. Augrael's unconscious again, also unfortunate. Kind of like he's trying to play it off like, oh, we'll just let the marshals have fun with it this time, you know. And
Augrael's smiling as he's unconscious and dying.
is that a Victus grin, or are you just happy to see me? He will cast a big old harm on Augrael.
Nice.
Jesus, watch it! Oh. Someone dodges.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I have to trigger the sorcerer's potency as well because it'll actually do even more healing. So
What is that?
it's the new, since they revamped the sorcerers, they get this thing that lets them deal
Oh,
more
cool.
damage or healing. Here you go, 50 points of healing. Have fun.
Oh my god. Okay.
wow. I guess I need to do more damage.
And I guess I need to do more damage. It says, yeah, Lucca's like, otherwise things are okay. He's just gonna.
Nice.
I don't have any one action things to do. Besides a little diabolic edict.
There you go.
Augrael, you have inherently agreed to this by accepting my healing magic. So now
Oh, your
you are,
contracts.
you're contractually obliged to kill this thing better. So he's gonna just give you the diabolic edict thing. You can.
Yeah, I did.
And that's it.
I
That's
got
it for Lucca.
Okay, and then we have that other Drashkan down here, which, what is its favorite thing to do? I think it's gonna step up, target Ottardo, and it's gonna try to open him like a can of sardines, using its many claws and claw-like appendages. So the first one misses, and the second one misses as well. Souma.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think at this point we can try to go on the offensive and. Did Augrael mention something about exploding violently about these things?
I
Yeah.
don't think he said anything.
No, he was like, if you poke them too much, they'll explode.
I think we agreed that that's kind of like a point out action.
Oh, right. Okay.
We'll have a little bit of a cost attached to it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, did that thing that we fought actually explode last time? Because I think somewhere.
I think it did, yeah.
Yeah.
It did, but it's not as obvious to you that this is another. Oh, you fought these things before. Yeah, you would.
Yeah, we fought it before.
You would remember that for sure.
Yes, and like.
You probably have that taste on your tongue still.
Yes, Souma is keenly aware of things exploding into her face now. So let's, even though these things look really bad, let's see about these guys. So Souma will take one of her marbles and use telekinetic projectile. Oh man, are you serious?
This is
I cast shield on myself then.
okay, and then it's Ottardo's turn.
Okay, Ottardo will start by raising his shield again. And then he'll target the creature Augrael was targeting before. And finally lands a hit.
Alright,
And-
slamming it for 13 points of damage.
And then he'll attempt to do that again and miss.
Fails to connect. Alright. And then it's that creature's... Nope, it's the one next to it. Who is going to... Yeah, just gonna try to continue to pummel Ottardo, even though it's not been very successful with that. Hit him once, hit him twice. hit him 3 times, and all of them just missing. And there we go. Then it's the other Dreshkin's turn, who's stepping into the same square as the other Dreshkin, which makes it kind of hard to defend yourself properly against it. So that gives them a little bit of an edge here.
That's cheating.
And then it uses its claws to strike once, twice, and misses both of those. Augrael's turn.
All right. Augrael now has the weapon in hand, so he's going to analyze weakness and swing at this thing twice.
Well, he's still prone.
Oh, that's right. I went unconscious again. I'm sorry. I forgot. I have to do the same thing. Pick up my weapon. Stand
Well,
up.
technically, you don't have to stand up if you don't want to. You could. It doesn't really give you a penalty for your. Oh, it does give you a -2.
Yes,
Okay.
prone makes you.
Off
But
guard,
just
right?
to let you know.
Yeah, I think I'll do it. I'm gonna pick it up, stand up, and swing again.
All right.
Wait, let me move off for prone real quick.
I think there even is a stand-up action that would do that for you. But okay, so you, with the fury of someone who's been struck down twice, you stab it for.
Let's see. Not analyze weakness. I need to. But you have sneak attack. Here we go. 22.
Ooh, 22 points of damage. Which is not quite enough to kill it, but it's
Well,
terrible
of course it-
shape nonetheless. But of course, that draws its full attention to you, and it
I'm
tries
just gonna
to
keep
strike,
getting up.
hits you
It's just gonna keep hitting you, apparently.
16 points of damage, and then the third one is a miss.
Ottardo will use his reaction there, granting
Okay.
Augrael 9 points of resistance
Nice.
Oh, nice. Okay.
and lashing out at the creature and missing it.
It's okay, Lucca, your turn.
Lucca's like, oh, crowd into the same 5-foot square, will you?
Oh.
And they were lined up too, really neatly if you wanted.
Yes.
I mean, I could run in there and hit him with a line spell, yeah, but I don't know with my magic what I should really focus on right now. I guess we'll just do floating flame for the time being. I mean, or I could do that. That would be fun. Is it? It's not dead.
No, that was just an accidental murder.
You know, actually, let's change it up. I don't know what level these enemies are. This is always a risk with all these incapacitation spells, but I'm gonna try hitting the one that's right in front of Ottardo with a little impending doom. Do you not feel how the tides of battle are turning against you? Your end is here and now. To make a will save.
That's the one. This one.
This one, yeah.
Okay. Tries its will save, critically succeeds.
Oh,
All right.
no.
So
I mean,
apparently,
sure. So apparently its level is sufficiently high that it just didn't give a shit. Okay. Right. Okay. That does nothing then. Well, I'm so great this combat, guys.
You healed me for 50. You're good. Sit it out.
I'll use my last action to draw a wand.
I'd like to think that there's like a patch of nice, fresh, rosy skin on Augrael's arm.
Like almost living.
Yes.
Well, I healed you with void energy, so probably not quite.
Right.
Yeah, good point.
But yeah, he'll pull out a wand of harm, just in case he needs to top off Augrael again.
Okay. Then it's the other Dreshkin's turn. It's gonna target Ottardo and try to claw you once, twice, 3 times. All of them crit misses. Wow. Souma.
Okay, let's try to spice things up. So, someone will once again raise your hands and will start casting a magical spell. And it will be a spell that she pirated from another place. Something like this.
All right, so skeletal hands break through the stone floor and reach out from under the bed and start lashing at
Yes.
the three creatures, and all three of them need to make their reflex saves. And they all
There we
fail.
There we go. There we go.
Roll that damage. Well,
Damn.
that is 5, 4. Oops, what
no,
did I
that-
that Ottardo? Sorry, Ottardo, I'm gonna take that back. There we go. All right.
And I will raise my shield.
Okay, Ottardo.
Okay. Ottardo is going to try to do things maybe a little differently here. He is going to target the other big hulking creature and try to knock it off its feet.
Oh, interesting. And you succeed. So it falls prone, the skeletal hands immediately like reaching out for it. Yep.
Then for his second action, he's going to raise back his shield, and finally he will attempt to land a swing on the one closest to Augrael.
And yep, that's a hit for 16 points of damage, which send it down, dying, dead. And as it dies, it explodes into a blast of viscera
Oh,
in a 20 feet radius. So that includes even Lucca still. That's how powerful that blast is. And all of you need to do a reflex save.
Don't worry, Augrael, you'll be fine. It's void
I
damage.
liked it last time.
Yes.
It's like SeaWorld.
It's like SeaWorld.
The splash zone.
So, and indeed, there's just this like blast of viscera and dead flesh that just washes over Augrael, who closes his eyes, then opens them back up, and it's the only thing that's like not covered in blood and guts. And I would think that he probably just, with his long ghoul tongue, just kind of licks his entire face,
Absolutely.
completely unbothered by it. However, Ottardo, you take half, and Soma, you take nothing. And Lucca, what little splashes over to you just kind of feels like getting sprinkled by a little bit of the spring rain. All right, so that's 12 points for Ottardo and nothing for anyone else. Wow.
Only that was healing.
And I believe that's Ottardo's turn.
Is it really? Didn't Ottardo just act like?
Yeah, I don't know when you raise your shield. I always miss that action.
Oh yeah, he was just saying that was the end of your turn, right?
Oh,
So-
right. Yeah. Yep. End of the turn. Yes.
Okay. Then it is the remaining flesh warp turn, who is it's not very bright. It's just gonna try to continue to punch its fists bloody on Ottardo's armor.
God, man.
And Ottardo, when you get I hope you never get a. Oh, you're right. One of those actions needed to be standing up. And Ottardo, I hope you never get an ability that triggers when you get crit.
I was just thinking about a swashbuckler would be quite fun right here.
Yeah. A swashbuckler tank. That's an interesting concept. Okay, so this Drashkin moves around you, losing its swarming stance ability for now, and then trying to claw at you. Oh, finally, using the flanking to its advantage, it manages to scrape 12 points of slashing damage in there. and has its second attack even, which misses, unsurprisingly. And then it's Augrael's turn.
So if this is the same type of creature, does the recall knowledge check still apply?
This is always so weird. I mean, this is
I'll
regarding
just
your.
flank it, actually. I'll just move and flank, because
Yeah,
that'll
that's
help.
better. And maybe you
yeah.
can look that up sometime for your ability.
I should, yeah. Okay, I'll stride, and then I will swing
Shot from
twice.
skeletons.
Oh, right. I'm not on it, right? Where am I?
No,
Yes, you
Oh,
are
yeah,
in the
sorry.
skeletons.
Oh, I am? Okay.
It's the green circle.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Okay, so that is not flanking anymore then, right?
That is right.
I'll just swing at it, and I'll look it up later.
All right, it's a hit. Let's see that damage.
It's gonna be a little underwhelming, but that's all right.
Well,
Oh,
14
stop.
points, not terrible.
And I'll swing one more time with the map.
It's a miss. Lucca.
Yeah, Lucca is gonna step up here and he's gonna be like,
Maybe I've been getting a little too fancy lately. You should just get back to basics.
I like when you're fancy.
Okay, you try to ignite the one right in front of you using the melee version. You unleash fire.
let's
Is that the
see.
damage? Oh,
Did this get all the right damage thingies? It doesn't look like it did. It didn't
did.
remember that I get my additional fire damage from my bloodline, so I think
That's not the plus
or did
4.
it? 5d6 plus 4. Oh, yes, that is from the bloodline. Sorry.
Okay, so 25 points of fire damage. All right, so yeah, you toast it. That's a 2-action spell. Yep. Okay, so then it is the Dreshkin turn down here. It's gonna move out of the area with the skeletons as well, swarming onto the same square as the other one, and then using the flank to its advantage. It's gonna try to claw Ottardo, but misses twice, and then it's Soma's turn.
Well. Okay, we'll sustain the spell for the skeletons. I'll pop it out from the chat.
Okay, I got it right here, and it fails.
Well, the damage is not that much better. So.
It all adds up. It's 8 points.
Yeah. Okay, and I think then I will just draw my sword and whack the monster thing, the mutant. Where is it? There it is. So it's cooperative blade. I hit it, and I will then draw it right away back to indicate the action, and hit it. There we go.
Okay, that's a hit. Yep.
Okay, now.
6 points of damage. Yes. Okay. That's your turn?
Yeah, that would be all of it.
Okay. Ottardo?
Ottardo is going to start by taking an instant to lay hands on himself. Next, I think he's going to try to trip the big creature again. That seemed to be effective.
Okay. So you knock it back out. Yep. Hits the ground.
All right, and for his final action, well, the shield has been very useful, so he's going to raise his shield again.
Grab it. If I could make a suggestion, grabbing it would keep it on the ground long enough for Augrael to stab a lot.
Doesn't. Oh, right, I didn't notice the. I did not notice the turn order. No, actually, Ottardo cannot grab it because he does not have a free hand.
That's right.
Yeah,
Use
so he's
this
just
to
gonna.
chop anything. Greedy man. That's
He's just going to raise the shield for his last action, and that'll be it.
All right. Okay, and then it's the creature's turn. It is going to stand up, and it's getting a little annoyed by all of those skeletal hands constantly reaching out to it. So it's going to move over here, and then it's also getting annoyed by Augrael stabbing it in the back. So it's like lashing out with its fists. It's like a double fisted overhead slam, missing by a lot. And then it is one of the Dreshkin's turns, who are now seeing some more softer targets. So it's gonna choose Soma and try to claw you once, twice, 3 times. But they're
Wow.
just terrible at what they're doing.
very
Augrael.
soft target over there.
All right, Augrael's gonna just keep trying to poke this thing.
Augrael, open the door behind you.
You just want to see what's there. I'm not
Yes.
doing it right now.
Want to add more enemies to this?
All right, you stab it for 15 points and then miss.
And then I will shield with my last one. I
Cast
don't
shield
want
on
to
yourself.
have. Yeah.
The last one. All right, Lucca.
I mean, Lucca didn't sign. I mean, he was kind of fine with stepping up to blast one of these things, but he didn't sign up to have two of them right in his face. So what can we do about that? I guess now's as good a time as any. Wow, really used a lot of spell slots. Didn't do a whole lot, but he'll just. Yeah, we'll do a third level. I always forget, where's my little floating flame? There it is. Right in the midst of this mess of a square.
Yeah, just flaming it up. All right. First one fails. It's safe. Second one,
And this will.
crit fails.
Oh, okay. This will trigger the blood. Oh god, this is so messy. All right, it does. The bloodline thing does come into play here. Either a target takes 5 fire damage. So let me just roll the normal damage first.
Okay.
And then they will both take an additional 5 points of fire damage from my bloodline magic, and they will also each take 4 points of damage from my sorcerer's potency.
Okay. So first things first. This.
So an additional 9 for the guy who failed, and I guess 18 for the guy who crit failed.
Okay. So the crit failing guy dies, and the other one takes 18. You said.
Not 9 additional points for the guy who only failed.
Okay. Where are you? 9 additional points. Can I do it like this? Probably not. Nope. 46 cents. Here we go. All right. Come on. well, I'll just put a little one out here so that's not as crowded anymore, or slightly less crowded. Okay, yeah. So the first one just kind of immolates one of the ones with the limited space, the tight quarters, nowhere to go. And he just goes bursts into flames and dies, and the other one is severely injured.
And then Lucca is not entirely sure if these things have opportunity attacks, but he is going to back away with his last action.
All right. Then it is the Dreshkin's turn that is in the flaming sphere square. He's going to step, he's going to step out of there, leaving the flame where it is, the sphere where it is. It's going to step out of there and then target Soma once more. Claw 1, claw 2, and that's it. Soma, your turn.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. I think I will respond in kind. I kind of wanted to try and whack that guy, but I think Ottardo can reach him right now. So, okay. I will not gonna be continuing the skeletal hands, so they can die now. And then someone will just whack this thing 2 times with cooperative blade. Once. That's better. And twice. Well, that's not as good. And for the third one, I will raise shield.
All right. You strike it doing some damage and then raise your shield. Ottardo.
Ottardo is actually going to delay his turn until just after the monster.
Okay, and then it is the monster's turn. And what's he gonna do? Well, he's just gonna try to bring Augrael down and have him stay down. So punch once. Come on, where is it? Not coming through. There it is. Punch once for 18 points.
Oh, I think I can nimble dodge that. It's only 2, right? Yeah. Dodge that.
Okay, so you nimbly dodge that one. Well, can you? Because nimble dodge gives you how much?
Oh no, it's +1. I'm sorry. I thought it was
Yeah,
+2.
yeah, no. So you take the 18 points of damage, and then you get
Okay,
critically.
And then
Oh,
it hits.
Ottardo is going to react just to the first one, granting Augrael 9 points of resistance and
Okay.
taking an attack. Missing.
Okay, and now let's see that critical damage.
Yeah.
36.
Oh boy. Oh.
And that's
down he
Oh,
goes.
no.
and you, yeah, but dying 4.
Not dying
Augrael.
3?
No, because it's a crit.
Because it's a crit.
Oh, yeah. Is he dead? Did he just die?
Augrael goes
Die.
down and does not just go fall unconscious, but it's like he brings this wide swinging punch from his side, and Augrael from going down, going back up, being stitched together with that void energy, he was like almost like a puppet just being strung together.
Oh, no.
Hardly any flesh left on his skull, and as this punch connects, it just bursts his entire skull. What was little brain matter that was left in it gets splattered all across the wall, and it's pretty clear that Augrael just died a true death.
There is still the option of a hero point, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can
There
use a
is.
hero point.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
all hero points.
Did you use the hero point?
Yeah.
Right. And then, like I said, it burst open, like gray matter spraying over the wall. Augrael's head flung against the wall, squeaks down, and you look at him being like, that's it. That clearly true death. And then Augrael goes,
Yeah.
There's just a little bit of his skull left that's like, ah.
He's like catching it with his tongue, like putting it back
Ow.
in.
somehow managing to cheat death here. Okay, so how does it work? You're just dying 3, or how does the hero point mitigate that?
I think it puts you stable. Where is it?
Rules, hero points. That's telling the GM what to do with hero points. Hero point.
playing the game?
You lose the dying condition entirely and stabilize with 0 hero points.
Oh, for a single hero point.
For
For
all
all your
hero
hero
points.
However many you have.
Minimum one. Okay.
Okay. That
I like
makes
how
it
says
really
minimum
hard.
one.
Yeah, it makes it really hard to kill a PC, given that you're supposed to get a hero point per hour.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, it expends all of the hero points that you have, no matter how many you have stored up. And then now you
Yeah.
just need to kill him again.
Yeah, and of course the game
Just hit him
also
while
kind
he's
of...
down, Simon. You can get him.
Yeah, you can get me.
But does that mean that you lose the dying? Are you now wounded 3?
No, it says
Okay.
You don't increase its value
Okay.
from,
So you're
from
wounded
losing the
2.
dying condition, so it would be as it was before.
you
So,
don't
okay,
gain the
I
wounded
wouldn't
condition
do-
or increase its value.
Okay.
Okay. So
But if you
I'll-
already had that condition, you don't lose it or decrease its value. Okay. So
Right.
Okay, so it stays.
So
Okay.
it's literally just getting rid of dying, without doing the. Let me decrease the wounded here. Okay.
So, like, if
All
you
right.
punch him one more time right now, he'll die anyway, I think. So, I think.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Okay. So definitely he brings you down. No question about that. Ottardo, your turn.
Okay. Well, that took a grim turn.
They keep critting me, man.
Ottardo is going to start by trying to trip the big guy again. Failed to do so this time. He will follow up with a strike. And he will finish by raising his shield.
All right. Yeah. So you do some good damage, but he is tough and stays up. Why is this one wounded? It shouldn't be wounded. Okay. That was Ottardo, and here goes Lucca.
Lucca is Lucca's kind of far away, but he like probably saw behind, like, past Souma and stuff. He just saw this spray of gore from where Augrael was, and he's like, "Oh, Augrael, are you quite all right?" I don't think he receives a response. It's like, "Oh shit, okay, all right."
You see his eyeball stuck on the wall about 4 feet up.
Or like a loose thumb on the wall just goes like.
Slides down, yeah.
That's not good. That's bad. The other is 30 feet. 30 feet. Oh, why did you have to be so far away? Says Lucca, ignoring the fact that he's the one who backed up. He grumpily, very unhappily, stops concentrating on the flaming spear. Does not sustain it, because instead he has to move up 5 feet and wave his
Augrael looks
magic
like he's
wand.
napping. He looks
Wave
fine.
his magic wand at what's left of Augrael, and try to put some of it back together. The magical void energy scoops some of the brains back into the skull, and it's like,
It's like Cold Stone.
that's pretty gross, man. This isn't a big healing though. This is just enough to get him back off the ground. So,
I mean, Augrael might stay laying
he
down.
may
He might just
he may still end up dying after this. I don't know, but Lucca's gonna give him. There is. Oh yeah. The sorcerer's potency is in there because it's only 1 level. So yeah, 13 points of healing.
Okay, and that's a 2-action spell. All right, so then it is the Dreshkin's turn, who's going to continue to try and slice Soma with its claws, hitting.
Ooh. I think I will
14.
pop. I think I will pop the shield for this one. Where is it? I have a block button.
And then it follows up Can you do it?
Do I click damage now on myself?
I don't know. Tell you.
Okay,
There it is.
you do block and then damage, yes.
Yeah.
And Ottardo will use his reaction here against the
Okay.
fresh cannon. And grant Soma, by the way, 9 points of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, strike critically for 26 points, which is a brutal strike, but does not kill the creature, which means it has another chance to strike Soma, but critically misses. And then we move on to Soma.
okay. Yeah, I think it would be more prudent to finish this thing, because if it explodes, it won't kill Augrael again because it's void damage, right? So
Yeah.
let's take a step and stab it.
That's a miss.
God.
Maybe I should use a hero point on this one.
Okay. There you go.
Wow.
Classic hero point.
I'll do it again. I mean, not again, but I will second strike.
It's another miss. All right. And that is Augrael's turn.
Okay. Argo's gonna swing once, and then he might run. He does not want to get hit and knocked unconscious, but he's gonna swing once.
You
So
have
just
to get
walk
up
in.
as well.
Yeah. Yeah, don't forget. Grab your
and I have to
weapon.
take my weapon. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna run.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna go. He's like, I don't think I can get hit again, as he's like putting his brains back into his skull as he's running out the door.
You're pulling one of your legs behind you.
Yeah. And he will pick up the weapon and he'll shield for his last action. Oh no, he had to strike, so that's all his actions.
All right. And then it's that aberration's turn, and it is getting bothered by Soma, so it turns around and it just roars at her and then strikes her twice, actually doing some damage here for 19 points, and a third fist attack misses. And then it's Ottardo.
All right. Ottardo is going to try to trip the big creature.
Once again, okay. Ooh, and you succeed. It hits it hard on the little cod.
And then he will focus on the Dreshkin.
Mm-hmm.
Try to land a hit on it. Miss.
Missing.
And he raises shield.
Okay, Lucca.
I mean, this thing down there is clearly the much larger threat, but also this guy right in front of him is completely undealt with.
Yeah, I think you probably need to kill that thing.
It's gonna act after me. And Lucca does not like having enemies close to him. I like commanding from the rear. Let's see.
I could be convinced too.
I could choose. Let's see. I guess I'm gonna go for a very straightforward ignition. Hope for the best.
There it goes. Ooh, critically hitting.
I don't even know how much damage I'm supposed to be doing, but it's probably gonna kill it.
It doesn't really matter. But yeah, so you immolate it, and it like goes up in flames and jumps on its knees and cries out in pain. But the thing that's on its back on the cot, it's like seeing what's going on. And Soma, Ottardo, you're next to it. You can see that it's like closes its eyes and it just goes like, and works up some weird sort of energy. And then there's this burst that comes and revitalizes the creature just as it was about to go
Whoa.
down. That's a
Not
that's a
fair.
that's a reaction that it has, but it does take 7 points of mental damage for doing so. So it was
Okay.
pretty reluctant to do that, and that brings the Dreshkin back, but it's like badly burnt. It's barely remaining on its feet here.
Okay. Well, it is persistently burning, so hopefully that'll
Yes.
take it out.
Where is it? Here is that the melee? No, that's this one.
It's just because I crit it. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. That
Is the GM copying our actions now?
All right.
Hero
Is that
point?
your?
That thing just have a hero point?
As if I would need them. That's that was Lucca's turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, wait. I've got one more action. Sorry. Hang on.
Oh.
I'll just. I don't think there's anywhere I can even back away that it couldn't just run up to me. So, I will use my final action to. Damn it! I can't see Augrael. Oh, it's a melee reach anyway. I'll just put away the wand now that I've expended it. That's all.
All right. And the Dreshkin on fire just runs forward, completely in flames, and with its dying breath, it curses Souma as it tries to claw her. Whoa! And that is 11 points of damage, followed by 13 points of damage.
This is getting hairy.
And then
Ottardo
it
will.
dies.
Okay, it dies.
Yeah, because it's still on fire. It's taking that damage, and it doesn't even matter if it recovers from that. It only had 1 hit point left, and then it's Soma's turn.
All right. Well, now it's getting a bit dangerous. So, how should we do this? I think. Yeah, you know what? This. Oh, no, sorry, not like this. Never mind. I'm out of the hour anyway. And martial stance is also drops from the aura, right? So Toma will run a bit away. Will drop the blade. As a free action, we shall draw the bow and shoot it.
All right. Ooh, and critically misses. Okay. Augrael, your turn.
Augrael. Are these the things that have the chakrams? Is that what you said?
Yeah, but this one didn't bring its chakram. It was
Right.
using its foot so far.
Well, Augrael has a chakram, and he's gonna draw it and throw it at this creature from here. Maybe
Okay.
he picks up his on the shelf next to him. He's like, "You forgot this."
All right. Throw it.
See, whoa, is it really a plus? Only a +2?
Well, we picked it up from one of those guys, so
It might be needing some weird
No, I
proficiency.
think we saw that the other time. It's
Oh, I had pro.
an advanced
That's why.
or something like that.
Yeah, there was a -2 because of prone, the range penalty, and you're untrained in that particular kind of weapon. So
Okay,
yeah,
that makes
that's the
sense.
third action.
He's gonna shield again.
Okay.
He does not want his brains to come out of his head.
Right. Then it's turn, and indeed it like picks up that chakram and gets up from prone, and then
Sorry, Ottardo.
with its third action, strikes at Ottardo, hitting. Wow. All of a sudden realizing how this thing works for 19 points of damage.
Ottardo will interpose his shield there.
All right. Blocking some of it. And then it's your turn.
Okay. Well. He will attempt to trip this thing since that seems to be working fairly well.
Okay.
Uh,
Yep,
and
reliably. You knock its legs out from under him.
yeah, he will follow up and attempt to smash it while it's down,
Okay.
missing,
Missing.
and he will end this turn by raising his shield.
Okay, Lucca.
Yeah, let's just finish this thing off. Well, you don't you don't mind void damage, but how do you feel about fire? Is he 30 feet away? 30 feet?
Yes.
Yeah, he is. Okay. Lucca's he's done trying to preserve any sort of spells. He's just gonna put all of his energy into blasting this guy.
Okay, let's see it.
That
Oop.
was the wrong spell. That's not what I meant to get. Did not actually cast that. Let me try again. There we go.
Okay. Trying its reflex saves, it succeeds.
So it will
take
still take
damage.
half of the following. And there's an additional 6 points on top of that. 6? Really? 6? Yeah, I guess so. 6.
Which is applied first, right? So that's
Yeah, before it's halved.
So that's 29. So that should be 14. All right, so an additional 3. All right, yeah. So you burn it. Although it being prone on the bed, maybe you conjure it up a little too high, so it just gets the radiant heat. Third action.
Oh yeah. If you come over here, Augrael, I'll heal you more.
And so
I'm
much.
scared.
Okay. Well, let's continue then. I actually have only one arrow left. I forgot to restock it, so it will be one shot from a bow.
Missing.
And after that is done, Souma drops her bow next to the sword and pulls out one of her marble projectiles and shoots a kinetic projectile at this guy. Map 1.
Oh,
Alright.
managing to hit.
Nice.
There we go.
Okay, 14 points of damage. So that's a pretty solid hit, and it's definitely in rough shape. Augrael.
Yeah, I think Augrael is done with this. I think he's going to just run outside of the room back towards Lucca and hide around this corner here. Still putting his brains back in, probably.
Okay. And then it's the creature's turn. It's gonna stand up from prone, taking a step off the cot here, and then attacking Ottardo with the chakram. Shoom, hitting for 19 points of damage. And then it's your turn.
May
Okay.
I suggest retreating outside of the blast zone?
I don't think Ottardo can do that, but he will just take a swing at it. And a second one.
Okay, the second one connects. And those 11 points of damage are enough to bring the creature down. And as it goes down, it once again explodes. But Souma is far away enough, so only Ottardo needs to roll that save. Everyone else is either immune or far away enough. Ooh, and you take the full 24
Oh
points
no!
of void damage.
The bones.
It just like yeah, the little bits of bone that cut through your skin. And fortunately, though, that ends the battle. 110 XP for everyone.
We are so
You
close.
sure it's not 130?
I'm quite sure that it's 100.
Oh, is that what we're at now?
Yep. Yep. But that was
You get
severe.
30 XP or 30 gold for that, the prisoner.
That was a gold.
Look,
before.
I know we're all in really bad shape, but we can't leave this place until we've encountered one more thing. No, that was awful. Lucca's like, it's funny. Lucca's like, that was awful. He's completely unhurt.
Yeah.
Augrael's like, it wasn't that bad, as he's like pushing his jaw back into place, and
Do you need a little kiss on the forehead, Augrael? On the forehead, brains.
Oh.
yes, the brains.
Okay.
Sorry to run like that, Ottardo. I wouldn't usually do that, but I don't think I was coming back again.
It's fine. You were badly hurt there.
You were dead, like dead, I swear.
I think, yeah. That's like the 5th time I've died, I think. No, not really.
Have 12 more points.
Thank you.
Maybe one more casting. I'm assuming we're going to get the hell
I
out
don't
of
think
this place. but-
Yeah, that was a brutal one.
If we are going to leave, we need to keep in mind the magical light in there. So
Yeah, it will.
Yes,
it will.
we-
check the place quickly and then retreat somewhere else to patch
Yes,
up.
you guys don't have time to do your typical thing with the whole laying on hands and whatnot. Well, I guess you can do it once, right? Because you should have it. You should have the focus point for it.
No, he used it during the.
You used it.
Well, I
during
can.
fights.
Yeah, yeah, never mind. I was about to say that I would. I think I can actually battle medicine Ottardo right now, right?
I think
did-
so. Yeah.
Yeah. So that will take much faster. So
Lucca really wants to know what's behind this door.
Ooh, that is a cursed thought.
Oh, come on, we're here! We're here!
You open it, and we'll wait out here.
Yes, you can go out in the other room if you want. I'll open it since I'm at full hit points.
Nothing bad will ever happen to you.
I mean, this is just some barracks, so it's probably a closet. And I will use my second action to close it again immediately if I need to.
yeah, someone will.
There's just a closet.
Yeah.
Well,
You open it up, and it is. It appears to be an old prison office, and it's full of filth and cobwebs. And there's, no further doors that lead out of it.
Lucca will cautiously poke his head in, just to.
And as you step inside,
Of course. Oh my god. No. If
Why?
I die, I die.
Why?
I did this to myself. You should all leave.
oh man, I did not expect you to do this. So let me just read this real quick. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Oh, really?
I don't
Nothing happens.
believe that.
Nothing happens.
Luca looks around and he's like, well, you said it was an office, right?
Yeah, you can give me a perception check here if you want to.
There's a desk. Luca would look at the desk. He wouldn't just leave. Hate to say it, but that's what he would do. A perception check, yeah. All right, hang on.
Yeah, you take a look at the desk, which is also covered in like thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Maybe open a drawer, but there seems to be nothing of interest around here.
Okay. Well, then Luca would exit and close the door.
All right, yeah.
Anything else of interest in here? Like, there's these foot lockers and stuff.
Yeah, are you going to take the time to check them all?
I'm doing it minus
And like, if other people are helping, that's fine. But obviously, if we're getting close to the 10-minute limit, he
Yeah.
will break
O-
off.
Ottardo will take a look around the room again, keeping in mind the 10-minute timer.
Yeah, I suppose Soma will help out here too, because it would be. Well, she will basically look for some ammunition now because she spent all her arrows, and she will start to think like, well, if these were the barracks, maybe there would be an armory, so maybe there would be some.
Yeah, to your disappointment, there's in those various foot lockers, there's a total of 73 silver coins, like just kind of like small change in each one of them. I'll add them to your party sheet.
Mhm.
But other than that, there's no equipment stashed here. It's not a well-organized barracks for sure.
You know, there was something odd about that office. I feel like I should go check it out again.
Do you want me to look in it? I'm good at
No,
looking.
no.
Secret
That's
doors.
okay.
I found
That's-
every secret door.
There's nothing.
There's-
The time is already running short. We should try to. Get
I'm gonna
out.
look in it.
You.
Just kidding. He doesn't do that.
No, you do.
Augrael would not do that right now.
Go look all you want. I'm gonna go back this way.
You should pick up your other eye before you start looking at
Yeah. I guess.
All right, and then you retreat. All right.
Yeah, it's already evening, so it's okay. We can take
Well,
a
it's-
break.
It's afternoon. I mean, it's around 3
it's-
o'clock at this point.
it's only
Okay,
a
but
few
you're
minutes.
heading all the way back to Atari. Is that the goal?
I mean, Lucca just used almost all of his spells in one encounter. And
That was a brutal one.
Yep.
others are pretty badly hurt.
Yeah, we can go back to town, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
The
So-
only thing, I don't know if it's relevant or not, but Lucca would burn his last couple first level spells to heal up Augrael a bit more before we come out of the dungeon, just in case.
Okay.
And actually, I guess that is relevant because we have to heal out of town now, and he can't just benefit from Lay of Hands until he's at full. So, I'll just throw those out real quick. Those two spells.
Okay, and while we are at this, I think Soma will borrow Lucca's bone bag and try to see if there are any skull piece fragments that will fit Augrael. And she will, yeah, she will use her stitch flesh
like
medicine to remove his dying, well, or wounded conditions.
Why isn't that working? Okay, there we go.
Oi. Yeah, well, maybe she dropped some of those into his brain. It's gonna be fine.
What did you do with my bones?
Nothing. I mean, it's. I mean, I put them to good use. Although, oh no, they overgrown now. Sorry. Augrael, how do you feel? Did those struck any nerves?
I'm discombobulated. Let's say that.
I see. Maybe if I write it down, it would be accepted as a medicine study in Absalom.
Yeah. Augrael, you do get 28 points of healing back.
28 total. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, that's another 18. There we go. Oops, I did not mean to exit.
So, that happened.
Yeah. So you go back to town to lick your wounds and call it a day, or
Yeah.
a little early. All right. Anything you want to do while in town, or should we just kind of skip to the next day?
Have we checked on the? I mean, I know I'm always bringing this up, but I think both Augrael and me are interested in this storyline. The girl, have we checked on her in a while?
We did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, she's being weird. She gnawed out her hand, and so she's doing fine.
She gnawed off her hand.
Well, figuratively speaking, I'm.
Oh.
Her hand is being is withered. And we determined that she is being targeted by an entity of the Dreamlands. Is that
I
right?
knew it.
That's right. Yeah, you actually learned quite a bit. And you've started analyzing her psychic patterns while dreaming, which is how you learned that. And you feel,
Right.
and I believe that I mentioned that there might be more to learn by spending
Yeah.
more time studying that.
Did we determine who the Motley Man was? Like what kind of being it was, or just
Well,
that it
I
was
think
in the
it was
Dreamlands?
described as a citizen of Lang.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ah, yes, a citizen of Lang. There.
Denizen.
Yes. Denizen
They're
of
not.
Lang.
They're not incorporated yet.
Nice.
Tis a denizen of Lang that haunts the girl, and we actually also found that there's somebody else in the dungeon who was being affected by it, right?
Mm-hmm.
A skulker, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but that guy already lost to us, I think.
The
Yes.
skull actually, Augrael, well, Matt, we were there. It was when we did the little concert, and you snuck into the back room to
Oh,
see
that
if
guy.
there were any.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the guy that
He
had
was.
the like withered, or the hand that he couldn't use, we figured out it was linked to the
Got
same
it.
thing Doriana has.
Yeah, he says like colored robes or something like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I knew that was weird too. Okay, interesting.
I can't think of a tremendous amount to do in town at the moment. Just
Well, if
really
we
need.
could, if staying with her tonight, like Agro might want to do that just to not be with his thoughts, remember getting his face slammed against the wall and his brains coming out.
Mm-hmm.
He might like volunteer to.
Are you
watch
sure
it.
you want to not long? Are you sure you want to not rest, Augrael? You will not have the opportunity to recover much.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, I probably should recover.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure she's fine. She's fine.
Yeah, I think at this point we'll probably have to prioritize a little bit because Souma is also very beaten up, and basically, hopefully, if we go deeper, we will find this denizen of Lang some point downstairs, which will solve her problems.
Oh, I hope not. I hope
You
it's
think
not down there.
That'd be cool. I'm going to consolidate my inventory slightly, sell off a couple of goodies that I picked up that I don't think anybody else did. Like this gold and emerald ring, this ruby encrusted dagger, this platinum medal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sell these off.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you do that yourself, or do you
Yeah,
need
I
to put
can
that?
do it myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Soma will have to just spend time recovering also, because she will recover all her health with spells and medicine, and then she will recover her mind with alcohol.
Okay. So should I skip ahead to the next day then, because everyone feels not in the right shape to spend a night waking besides Doriana's bed?
think
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
probably
we could do that, but we will be in no shape going back then.
Yeah,
May
that's right.
definitely be fatigued the next day at the very least. Okay, so skip ahead a day, a night of more or less restful sleep, and you find yourselves somewhat ready to head out again.
That prisoner, what were they in trouble for? How did they get down in the vaults? That's what I was just thinking of. I was like, wait, why are they in the vaults if they wanted an Absalom? Like,
You want
that's-
you want to check in with the garrison?
Yeah, I guess that's
Yeah.
a good.
Okay. Yeah. So the next morning,
Just really
you
quick.
go right. You go to the garrison, meeting with one of the constables there, and it's like, oh wow, too, yeah, well, what's up? And then you ask you questions, and he goes, oh well, yes, well, we had Vendi come in, and give our prisoner at least the bare minimum of care, so that she'd be in a state to travel and be interrogated. So if you wish to speak to her, you're welcome to do so. But I can tell you what our files say. Goes through the paperwork. It says, well, it looks like she's currently being wanted in Absalom for aggravated assault. Apparently started a fight in a local tavern in the Puddles district, and tried to shackle one of the other patrons of that establishment before then escaping arrest and apparently then making it here, I guess.
Yeah, that's weird. Why is she in the vaults?
Yeah,
Can we talk to her?
Of course, because this place has no rules. Yeah, you go. No, I mean you
We're
are
deputized by the
Ex-
mayor.
That's exactly right. Like you've been deputized. You have a reputation in town, and you're trusted enough so that the constable would accompany you towards the holding cell, where she's currently being kept, and where she's actually being kept just across from Carmen, right? Who's also still lingering and awaiting
Oh, that dude.
his proceedings.
Yeah,
And
we'll
you
bust
can
him out
see him like
eventually.
he's sitting like all the way in the back of his cell on a little cot, and as you come in, he looks at you and he points towards the tiefling who's like also sitting in a corner of the cell, still in a pretty rough shape. So obviously Vendi was only allowed to do the very bare minimum. And Carmen points to her and she looks at you and just goes like, "Is this some kind of sick joke? What the? Why are you? I mean, I barely escaped with my life, and now you just are you? Is that to taunt me, or what is the? Are you gonna put the both of us on a wagon to Absalom now? Is that what you're doing? This is crazy.
Wait, she assaulted you? You were in that bar?
What bar?
Wait, what do you? What?
No bar. No, it wasn't
How
in
do
a
you know
bar.
her?
She just ambushed me one night when I left the shop. Well, I guess they say ambush. I mean,
She did?
yes,
Hmm.
of course she did. I barely
Oh,
managed to
that's weird.
fight her off.
Is that true?
Well, probably.
Tiefling?
And she's sitting in a dark corner of that cell, like her arms around her knees. She grumbles inaudibly.
Augrael goes up to the edges of the bar. He's like, I don't like him either. I'll let you have him if you tell me why.
Okay, give me a diplomacy check. I don't really like that approach. I'll let you have it. And she looks up for a second, and her like yellow eyes focus on you, and you can tell that she's still in a pretty rough state,
Yeah.
and her eyes are tired, and she looks at you and she goes, "What's it? What's the point at this point? That asshole cost me weeks, from months of torture. I don't care about any of this anymore. I'm sure they're gonna drag me back into this place anytime soon. No walls will hold me, even if I wanted to."
Ooh.
Who?
Who's gonna drag you?
And she looks up. She goes, "No, I'm in enough trouble. No, I don't want to know what else they can come up with to punish me."
Augrael waves Soma over, knowing that Soma's way more persuasive than he is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Come on, we
Yeah.
got you out of there. You owe us at least something.
Yeah, well, okay, let's someone will put on her game face uh, and she will like come to the. I suppose they won't let us in the cage itself, so she will either like lean at the not rails like what the bars, uh, or squat nearby, and will try to put on a seeming of a serious person, and she will say, "Listen, we don't know your name, but for the past let's see, for the past month we have been going in and out of the abomination vaults and leaving no survivors behind. And you are one of the rare people whom we took out of there alive, and trust me, we will not let anyone make you dead once we took you out. So please, you can trust us. You will be safe here." Like, and she'll like look back at the Carmen, and most people we rescue are safe here. So just tell us, and you can believe that in about a week or so there will be nothing crawling back into those walls again. So is it diplomacy or intimidation?
Felt pretty diplomatic the way you approached it. Let's
Okay.
go with diplomacy. Nice.
That was good.
And she like still cowering in the corner. She looks up, and she pauses for a moment, and then says, "He's gonna kill me for this. But at least then it'll all be over finally. It's that devil. I made a deal with him. You see, I'm a. I guess you could call me a bounty hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Except that bounties I'm collecting are not necessarily official.
Mm-hmm.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, sure.
And there was one on this. Sorry, excuse for a human being. And Carmen goes, "Hey!" from the other cell.
I don't know.
The devil wanted him.
And she says, "I never would have thought that someone like that would get the better of me, but and I wasn't done with him yet. I would have done it eventually, but before I got another chance, he said one of his furies to grab me and drag me back into this place, and you found me there. You know what they did to me. If you make a deal with the devil, you better hold up your side."
Well, we will pointedly not mention Lucca in this one, so yeah. Yeah, we have professionals to deal with that.
Does the devil have a name?
Called himself Eurivian.
We haven't heard that name, right?
No.
And
Yes, we
where
have.
did you get in contact with him?
What? What was that?
Where did you get in contact with him?
I was supposed to deliver that guy down to the vaults.
But I mean, how did he reach you to offer you the job?
Oh, word gets around that, when powerful
Was he by you down there?
beings. What was he? Yeah, he was nearby. He's the master of that place.
Oh.
And I
Carmen.
caught the word that there's a powerful being looking for someone. I've done this plenty of times before. I thought it would be an easy mark. It sounded like there was great reward in it, so I sought him out. And I snuck my way down there. and I met with him. I learned the terms. Figured it would be an easy job. What I didn't realize is that the contract had a little clause that I would only get one attempt, and if it happened to not work out the first time, that my soul would be forfeit.
I see. Fortunate.
That's why all of this is pointless anyway.
Yeah.
I'm lost. My whole existence is lost. And she starts weeping a little bit. What did I get myself into?
Well then.
And for learning her story and handing her over to the authorities, you gain 30 XP.
Yeah.
30, you said.
Yeah.
So
Yep,
are we
30.
now on 980 or 970?
You
No, I've
should
got
be at 1,000.
1010, yes.
I've got us at 1,010. Yeah.
And all that cost
10,
is an
yeah.
immortal soul.
All that costs you was a mortal soul.
Meanwhile,
And you also
Lucas-
see like in the other cell, like Carmen heard the whole story and he's listening and he's hearing that there's like the powerful creature. She's talking about a devil who's out, like has a contract out to get him, and you can see him like starting to sweat and be like, "What the fuck is she talking about?"
Well-
And he calls out to you again. And he's like, "Is there some kind of sick joke for you? What do you mean? There's a devil that's looking for me? Are you crazy? This is all your fault." And he points at all four of you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, Souma.
Oh, I
Souma
assumed
will.
Lucca wasn't there. I thought Lucca was selling stuff at the market. he's over he's
okay.
over at the market haggling. He's like, "What do you mean? It's a gem-encrusted dagger. Of course it's worth 70 gold pieces."
Yeah.
So we have like a split screen where it's like they learn these things about a devil and his scheming, and we see Lucca at the market drinking like an espresso, Ocean's 11 style.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, but he gets really worked up. He's like, "This is all your fault."
Well, someone wants to butt into this because like he will like make large eyes at him and they say like, Carmen, you don't understand. Listen, don't you understand how important your bloodline is? They want you for your heritage of Roseguard. Like you see,
Oh.
like of course you just need to keep clear. We will just sit quiet here. We will get you out of here. Don't worry. Like I have all planned out.
And he looks at he listens to you, and then when you mention like, "Oh, this is about the Rose guys, about your bloodline," he's like, he sneers and he goes like, "Oh, you think I'm stupid, huh? This is some kind of trick of yours, huh? You're just trying to get to my heritage, huh? You're trying to use me, right? Right? Well, too bad that I'm so much smarter than you. I'll stay right here, not gonna play your little games. Fuck this town. You can do whatever you want. Will have nothing to do with this. I'll just wait for for the transfer to Absalom, and I'm out of here for good."
Oh, maybe that's one of the wisest things he ever
turns
done.
to the tiefling. Azrael turns to the tiefling and it's like, how much was the devil offering?
Let me look that up real quick.
That's mostly tongue in cheek. He's not. I don't know if he's interested in giving this. He does not like what's his name, but I don't think he wants to give him to a devil.
She just says like a healthy sum.
I didn't even think about the bloodline thing. That must be it. Because I was like, why would they want this dude?
Oh yeah, at 8th level, someone will pick another spell trick to write the disc. It'll be funny. And I don't know what I will take for a skill feat.
Oh, you're in the leveling up part. Okay, yeah. So anything you want to do? Anything you want to do back here in the garrison, or shall we move on to more mechanical things?
I don't think I'm.
Small.
Okay.
I think
So you-
Augrael just wants to find that devil now to see
Right.
what that deal is. Yeah.
Yeah. But you leave the holding cells behind. You still hear the like sobbing of the bounty hunter who has pledged her soul, maybe unwittingly, and you hear their like ramblings and muttered curses of Carmen as he suspects a grand conspiracy that is just there to trick him.
I mean, he's not wrong. Just not
And you
about that.
wonder, yep, and you wonder what all of this could be about. All right, yeah, anything about leveling up that we want to do right now, or maybe it's, I mean, it is coming up on 4:30, so maybe it's a good time to take a break here as you're moving
Yeah,
into
leveling
level
up's
9.
always a good good ending.
We'll get another spell, and well, feet I will have to just look through on the weekend week.
Yeah, I don't know. Is level 9 a big one?
8.
8.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
you're getting 8.
It's
Okay.
not a big one. It's 2 feet.
Okay.
Well, unless you want us to be level 9, that's fine too.
No, I just checked somebody's sheet and it said 1000 XP at level 8, so I thought that maybe
Oh, that was me. Yeah, I just
that's right. So
gotta make that
just make sure that you should all be level 8 with 10 XP now. Just
Okay.
10 XP. Okay.
have that right. And then we can pick it up from there next time. Yeah, it's a huge difference, like seeing you, because I mean, lifting the curtain a little bit, you're finally at a level in terms of the dungeon that is actually your level in terms of your character advancement. I should say it was, and that made for a very different encounter than the last couple of ones, which seemed like they were going way more your way. So I would
Yeah, I
expect
probably got a
you.
little headstrong going in a little bit too fast, dude. I'm not waiting for Ottardo, but
No, I mean that makes for fun.
I don't think anybody expected like 5 crits in a row.
Yeah. I'm saying this is where all the crits from my Jade Regent went, because we couldn't hit for shit today.
Yeah, that's the dice for you. All right. Okay. That's, I guess, a good point as any. We'll call it a day, and thank you so much for playing.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you all next
Yeah.
week.
Okay. Thanks
well,
also.
next
Good night.
See ya.
Bye.